Presentation on International Distribution presented by Sushmita M.Com Previous MPM Government First Grade College Karkada, Mangalore University. International Distribution meaning international distribution is the processes, relationships and fulfillment that you set in place to get your products into overseas markets. It means international distribution is the process of supplying goods and services from domestic country to foreign countries. International distribution is about wholesaling into new countries. International distribution is distributing goods into foreign country. International channel system. The international distribution system consists of two subsystems. They are first one domestic system, second one foreign system. First one domestic system or domestic overseas intermediaries. In that first one, commission buying agents, holders working in the US for a foreign company on salary commission basis in search of lowest prices and best deliveries. A person working in a foreign company gets salary in the form of commission for distribution of goods and services. Country controls buying agents, similar to commission buying agents but controlled by foreign government. The agents are under the control of foreign government. Export management companies. This is an independent firm controlled by delivery arranged for payment. In domestic country, there are export management companies which exports goods to other countries and get payment. Export merchants purchase for own account to resell in the market. Export merchants are to work. The export merchants purchase the goods and resell it in the foreign market. Exporters. Exporters act as manufacturers, international representatives. The personnel of the manufacturing company act as the exporters in the international market. Piggybacking. In this selling to domestic company with compatible product line already well placed in the international market. One company selling its product to the domestic company which is already well placed in the international market. Second one, foreign system or foreign intermediaries. In that first one, foreign sales representatives. In this foreign intermediaries and manufacturer who handles related product line on commission basis. In this main advantage is knowledge of the market and ability to cover vast areas. The foreign intermediaries are those who handle goods in the foreign market on commission basis. The main advantage is that he has the information regarding the foreign market and the consumer behavior there. Foreign sales agents. It is same as foreign sales representatives, but with some degree of authority and commitment to your company, they can make local decisions. The foreign sales agent have the authority to make decision and has commitment to our company. Distributor stocking or non-stocking. Under this, the foreign intermediaries purchases the product for reselling. Here, the foreign intermediaries purchases the goods from the domestic manufacturers and resell it foreign market. End user. Under this, end user is similar to distributor stocking, though they do not use the product directly. A manufacturer may sell directly to foreign end users with no intermediary involved in the process. State buying companies. State buying companies are the foreign customer, often found in centrally controlled economies. In some countries, government-owned companies buy large quantities of certain goods, often on large-term basis directly from suppliers. These are generally essential goods meant for mass consumption. Types of distribution channels. First one, selling through direct channels. Second one, selling through indirect channels. First one, selling through direct channels. This is the oldest, shorter and the simple channel of distribution. The producer sells the product directly without involvement of any middleman. The sale can be made door to door through salesmen, retail stores and direct mail. Selling through direct channel that does not involve any intermediaries. The product is sold from manufacturers directly to the customers. Advantages of selling through direct channels. First one, it is simple and fast. It means goods produced by the manufacturer is directly sold to the customer. It is quick and simple. Second one, it is economical. It means it is less expensive. Third one, the producer has full control over distribution. As there is no involvement of intermediaries, the producer has full control over the production. Fourth one, satisfies the desire to reduce dependence on middlemen. There is no dependence on middlemen. Cash sales. The buying and selling of product is done on the cash basis. Disadvantages of selling through direct channels. First one, non-availability of expert services of middlemen. If there are no middlemen, there will not be expert advisors or services which they might have provided. Large investment is required as the producer sells its goods through direct mails and e-business sites, so he has to invest large scale on technology. Unsuitable for small producers. Without the help of middlemen, it is not possible for the small producers to sell their products in the market. Second one, selling through indirect channel. In that first one, producers to wholesalers, wholesalers to retailers, retailers to customer. It is commonly used channel of distribution. It is also known as traditional or normal channel of distribution. This channel is useful for small producers for small means. The channel is used for consumer goods. In this channel, producer sells goods to wholesaler, wholesaler sells it to retailer, retailer sells it to customer. This system is used by small producers for consumer goods. Producer to agent, agent to retailer, retailer to consumer. In this channel, the producer sells goods to agent in huge quantity. The agent sells it to retailers and retailer sells it to the customer in small quantity. This channel is followed where there are few retailers. Producer to agent, agent to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to customer. The common practice in this three-level channel is that goods are sold by the producer to the agent, who sells it to the wholesaler, who sells to the retailers, who finally sells to customers. This is the longest channel of distribution. In this channel, producer sells goods to agent, agent sells it to wholesaler, wholesaler sells it to retailer, retailer sells it to customer. Producer to retailer, retailer to customer. Under this channel, the producer sells goods to retailers, who sells the goods to customers. This channel is popular with the departmental stores, chain stores and supermarkets, etc. because these are large-scale retailers. In this channel, producer sells goods to retailer, retailer sells it to customer. Here there are large-scale retailers. They purchase directly from the producer in bulk. Merits of selling through indirect channel. First one, broad network. Due to involvement of different intermediaries, there is broad network. Second one, good relationship with customers. Due to involvement of the intermediaries, there is good relation with customers. Create markets by offering clusters of competing brands. Here there are different brands of similar products competing in the market. Adds its own brand cluster to our brand. Here the intermediaries add on their brand features to producer's brand. Demerits of selling through indirect channel. First one, long channel, lots of work complexity. Here the distribution is long and complex. Second one, low level of control by us. They set price. The prices for goods are being fixed by the intermediaries and producer has no control over it. Can be expensive. Example, slotting, volume return and promotional allowances. Here they incur huge expenses as they has to pay to the intermediaries for the promotional activities. May offer poor customer services. They might not give proper attention to the customers, can be demanding, controlling. Here, the intermediaries might dominate the market. Thank you.